Hello, everybody. I'm KJ, and today joining me for this write-in is how do I point? Introduce yourself, Dawn.
I'm Dawn Kozak, another author tuber. So yeah, I write mostly fantasy, if that helps you guys get to know me a little better.
Okay, fantasy, like urban fantasy though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, urban fantasy and just some like historical fantasy as well.
I love that. I love that. Hello to everybody in the comments. I've been chatting with some of you. Hi, Destiny. Destiny's having a great day, almost to 10,000 words today. And Away from Harbor is pretty much there too at like a 6,000 word day.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. Because if you just join like all the live streams that you can, you'll end up getting a lot done. So it's like if you have the day off because it's a holiday, it's like, yeah, join every live stream possible.
Yeah, do all the live streams.
Do all the live streams. And hello, Zoe. I know you just came off of Caitlin Costello's live stream that we were both watching. So nice to see you. Zoe is at currently 27.5 thousand. Awesome, you guys. What's your word count at, Dawn, right now? For like total NaNoWriMo?
I think right now I'm about to break 12,000. So your girl is behind.
That's okay. Does the site, because I haven't been behind, so I didn't know if the new site tells you like how many words you still have to do every day to catch up. Like it tells you.
Yeah, it does. It's really cool. It like estimates a new like daily goal for you to kind of help you out.
Okay, that's cool. Because yeah, mine's like you're gonna finish on the 14th, and I was like, I'm really not. But thanks for telling me that. Like, I was like, I'm not. I was like, I did one 10K day, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. Like, so no. But thanks, NaNoWriMo. Make me feel better.
It's a nice thought.
It's the thought that counts. Where you're just like, yeah. All right, I'm at 42,000. So that's only thanks to the 10K day, but I realized that I was like, yeah, I guess I've written that much, like throughout the first week. And this is me with like a migraine going, I don't know what I'm doing, but I sleep during the day because of the migraine meds, and then I get up at night and write for like 12 hours. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
You're just nocturnal now.
That's the thing is that people are like, oh, are you a morning writer or a night writer? I'm like, I can write in the morning if I wake up, but it's natural for me to be a nighttime writer. Like that is just, I'm most creative. I'm able to just sit there and apparently just get a chunk of words done. So I was like, that's awesome. What about you guys in the comments? Are you guys morning writers, nighttime writers, afternoon writers? I don't know. Some of you have been writing all day, so you're just like,
all day writers.
Yeah, you're like, I can write anytime, all day, 24/7. I'm here. Like
they've got free flowing creativity. Love it.
Destiny did 10K on the first day, and today should be the second. Yeah, I'm sure you'll definitely make today a second 10K. You were only 200 words away. Like Away from Harbor, night writer. Okay, awesome. Zoe writes whenever.
That's me. I just anytime I can find a moment,
anytime
I try.
You're like, I got 5 minutes. I'm gonna write for 5 minutes here, and that's how some people have to be. Like, if it works with their schedule. Hi, the adorable author. Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for joining. Destiny is a total night owl. That's when you're more creative. That's me. I start to wake up now, and I was like, I'm going to be writing, so might as well do it live and hope other people join me. So I'm really glad to have you all here, and glad to have Dawn here too, because it's always fun to write with friends. That's how I feel about it anyway. All right, I'm going to get a timer pulled up. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do a warm-up? Sprint? I'm having a hard time thinking, but it's fine. I don't know if people like to do warm-ups for like 5 or 10 minutes to get into it, or to just start and get into it, because I've decided I write the same amount whether I'm writing for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So
Gotcha.
It's up to you guys, whatever you guys would like to do.
Let's see what everybody wants.
Let's see. I know there's a lag with the comments, so
Yeah, a little bit.
we're always sitting here.
Got
Adorkable
whatever
author.
works from the adorkable author. Do you guys want to do like a 10-minute one? Because I feel like 5 minutes is quite short, just for me personally.
It is quite short. So
Okay.
I like at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Away from harbor lights. Okay, so let's just jump in with a 10-minute one. Where are my timers? There they are. Okay, good grief. I was like, I made a whole playlist so I could find them, and then they're like, no.
And they disappeared.
Oh, okay. So let's see if I can get this working, because it's always fun trying to play with this. Let's share a screen. I should have done this earlier, but this is what we're here for. This is me live. I do things at the last minute. Okay, how you doing?
Hey, right. It works.
Yay. Okay, let's full screen this so we can see it better.
Hi, Timmy.
Timmy, you should be in bed. I know you said you were trying to sleep, but your head hurts. But like, really, you should be in bed. Yep. Amanda Richards said 5 is just enough time to find my place and not writing.
That's pretty exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah. And I know Timmy likes to do long sprints. Timmy dictates. So she's like, got to do the long sprints. All right. Let's get started. And we'll do going now. Time's up. Yay. Okay. How'd everybody do? Let's see.
We got some lag.
We do have some lag. All right. I did 413. Oh, that's pretty good.
Wow. You are a lot faster than I am. I think I got like 300 words.
Well, that's still really good though for 10 minutes. That's usually where I'm at, but I think because I'm starting to hit another action scene, so like it starts to get
it's just
easier.
flowing really well.
Like I just yeah, it flows really, really well.
Gotcha. Well, it's really awesome.
Hi, Dana. Glad to see you here. Yes, I love the timer with the background. It's very soothing to have it here. Yay! I'm glad to have you here, Dana. Timmy's in bed and just wanted to say hello and cheer us on. Thank you, Timmy. All right, let's see. That was a pretty good warm-up, though. That was, if I could actually do more than one thing at once, that'd be awesome. Zoe says yes. To Great Fry, yeah. Hi, Great Fry.
Yeah, we were just doing a warm-up sprint for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just the warm-up. We'll probably be here for a little while, or I will at least. I don't know how long Dawn has to join us, but
we'll see. I might get burnt out and fall asleep.
I love, like, there's a lag, and then all of a sudden 20 comments pop up, and I'm like, okay, hang on. So, Away from Harbor, 379.
Nice.
Awesome. Adorable Author, 271.
Oh, good job.
Destiny Birdwell, 285, but had to answer a phone during it. Yeah, that happens. Amanda Richards, 233. Very nice. So we still 184. I don't know what happened. Well, you got some words. That's what happened.
Yeah. Are you working on a difficult scene, Zoe?
Maybe. That can be something that happens.
Yeah.
Amanda said had to stop for research for a moment. Okay. Gotcha. You guys don't have to like justify your word counts, okay? Yeah. Like however many words you get is how many you get. Like that's all good. All words are good.
Yeah. Because research is part of writing.
That's what I
even
think.
If you're not creating words, research is part of that process. So
yeah, you just don't want to get like in a rabbit hole the way I do, where I'm like, oh, suddenly I have 20 tabs open, and I'm just like, was I supposed to be writing? Like I got caught up on this thread of research. Yeah, don't do that. That's just bad. But yeah, sometimes I stop because I'm like, I have to know this detail. I have to know. I can't skip it. Like some people are like, they're like, just put a placeholder and move on, and I'm like, I can't. I must know this detail, and I don't know why. Like sometimes I can put a placeholder, and sometimes my brain's like, no, you gotta, you gotta look it up. Thank you for joining us, Great Fry. Hard topic to write about, Zoe says, abuse and stuff. That is definitely harder to write. I have darker scenes, stuff that is like that. I do find harder to write. I finished one of those types of scenes a few days ago, and it did go a lot slower, I noticed. And mine was like, referencing it, it wasn't exactly even really delving into it, but part of like the supernatural horror that I do did a lot of that kind of stuff. So I was just like, yeah, no, that's totally understandable. Writing certain types of scenes, sometimes you're just like, yeah, I'm getting 200 words and that's it, or that's totally okay. Like, Amanda Richards, I'm writing about pregnancy, no experience with the subject personally, so lots of research. Yeah, that would be me too. I'd be like, okay, so I decided to make this character pregnant. Why? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, because I know about things like that. I guess like that's where I go to my mom, and I'm just like, so tell me about pregnancy, and she's just like, it's horrible. Like, and I'm like, okay, like that's fine. That's all good.
That's hilarious. That's the hard thing though, is pregnancy is different for everyone. So you can really do anything with your character, you know.
yeah, no, that's why it's kind of funny, because you're like, some characters are like, oh yeah, it's totally easy, and the other ones are like, it's hell. It's 48 hours of hell at the end, and you're just like, okay.
You're like, oh,
So,
yay.
so yeah, you can kind of make it whatever experience you want. Destiny said, my characters AroAce and Serendale are on a first date at San Juan Pier. Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, I love date scenes. That's really fun.
And I love piers, like the beach scene and like that whole ocean vibe. I love when you get that kind of setting in a book, and I love those character names. Like,
yeah, those are great.
AroAce and Serenade. Like, oh, I like that. I don't know if I said that right the first time. I probably said it backwards because this is my migraine talking. Oh gosh. Okay, the comments, you guys. All right, Samantha Glover says, a little late, but I'm here. Welcome.
Hi, Samantha.
We've only done one warm-up sprint so far. I swear we'll get to another one. I'm just responding to comments, and I'm slow and I talk a lot. So let's see. Away from harbor, writing a prison break. Extensive experience breaking people out of prison is very helpful. Also, I know who to talk to when I get in trouble over here. Like, I'm like, away from harbor, help me, help me.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the series Prison Break? Because my mom loved that one, and I find, like, I think it was like just a little bit before my time. Like, I wasn't really watching those kinds of shows, but I started watching it afterwards, and I was like, interesting. Like, it's, I don't know, it's the type of stuff where it's like, yeah, you do have to think about things ahead of time, because you're like, so the character's breaking out, right? And you got to actually plan this breaking out, and you got to make it seem believable. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't have the mentality for that. That's like when you write your characters and you're like, yes, this person's a genius and they know everything about this, and you're just like, I'm just one person and I know nothing. Like, I was like, why? This is horrible. Why do I do this to myself? Like, one character is so smart, I can't keep up with him. I'm just like, I got to do research in order to write his point of view, because he's too smart for me. And I'm like, why? Why? This is not fun for me at all. But
you created a struggle for yourself.
I definitely did. Yeah, at one point. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I was gonna say, when I run into scenes that I don't know how to write, like research wise, or I just don't know about it, I just sort of skim through it in the most bare bones way, and I'm like, I'll come to that later. That sounds like a problem for future Dawn.
You know, I do that a lot, and I'm just like, yeah, future KJ will have to deal with this, and I'm dealing with that now as I'm revising, and I'm just like, I gotta stop doing that to myself. But I won't. I know I won't. I'm just like, I'm just gonna go with it here, and whatever I write, you know, I'll fix it later. So let's see. So he said, one of the characters is paralyzed, and I'm not, so I get the need for research. Yeah. For stuff like that, with like disabilities and everything, I find it's good to, like, sometimes you can ask people on Twitter and just ask for like people's opinions and help, and ask people like, would anybody be willing to talk to me about how you live with your disability and that kind of stuff, or would you be willing to look over this character and the scene that I've written? And a lot of people on Twitter are really willing to help you, and there's like sensitivity readers and stuff that will do that for you. So I don't really like Twitter, but I like Twitter for that kind of stuff, for like reaching out for people like that. Amanda Richards, I have to be careful with research in public. You're like, I'm breaking someone out of prison. People are like, there's
like some policeman looking over your shoulder, like, what?
The FBI agent in the computer is like, do I need to worry? Do I need to check if they know someone in prison? Like, what's happening? You're just like, Rhetorical author, my mom craved Cheetos and Coke slushies while pregnant. I hate both. I think she overloaded me. I always hear about that pregnancy causes weird cravings. And my mom, I don't think my mom has ever mentioned anything like that. So I think that's really funny that when people, like, I think a common one people go to in like writing is ice cream and pickles or something. Yep. And I'm just like, I wonder why, if it's like, because obviously Cheetos and Coke slushies, you're just like, okay, like, I like, that's a normal day for me, but like, you don't have to be pregnant to crave that. But yeah, maybe overload is too much. A workable author for my book. My MCs are arguing, and it's a PETA.
I'm not sure what that means. I feel like I'm out of the loop for that term.
I am too, unless I'm just, misunderstanding thing. Emily Bourne is here. Hello.
Hi, Emily. I'm super excited by your book.
I know.
I'm gonna get
I'm gonna buy it because, I read it this week, but I was like, I'm still gonna buy it. Like,
oh, gotcha.
If you guys don't know, Emily has a book that I was like, it's out on November 12th. So she's in Australia, so it's already out for her. So if it's November 12th, like it's out and it's available. It's called In a Mirror by Emily Bourne. It's a young adult contemporary teenage drama and romance and lots of.
I'm so excited to read it.
It's really good. It's awesome, and I just I definitely recommend it. So for me, it's still like it's still I get one more day to wait, but like I'm almost there. Away from Harbor says there are 3 consecutive prison breaks and 3 consecutive chapters because everyone got arrested. My MC doesn't have any idea what she's doing, so that helps. Oh, that always does help. Like if you have a bunch of characters who are supposed to know things, you get a main character that's like, I know nothing, someone help me. And then you're just like, yes, I get to do research and help people explain. Yes, everyone's saying happy release day to Emily.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I haven't watched the release day video yet, but
I'm behind on all my videos.
I don't even want to talk about how far behind I am on
I'm like
everybody's
ashamed.
videos. Oh, yeah.
My watch later playlist is like, a couple hundred videos.
Okay. Mine hit like 500. And after a while, it wouldn't load anything that I had saved, so I had to create a new list of watch later, and then I had to create a third list of watch. Okay, that's that's how far behind I am. I have 3 watch later lists, and I was like, I have a problem. Okay,
that's gonna be me in a couple months, I swear.
I feel bad because I was like, yeah, I'm either writing and then like I try to take some time and be like, okay, I'm gonna give myself an hour and I'll try to watch as many videos as I can. And then I feel bad because I'm like, okay, I still have a ton of videos. Like I'm a couple months behind on some people's videos. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. Do I go back and watch all of them to support them like I want to, or do I just catch up from the most recent one that I may be able to watch? I was like, it's a constant struggle for me.
It's so hard, yeah.
Let's see. Amanda Richard, I have a story on the back burner that involves traumatic brain injury and temporary paralysis. Decided 30 days wasn't enough to do it justice with research involved. Okay.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta give a story the time it needs, and that's okay, especially with research for stuff that you want. You want to make sure you're representing it correctly and doing as much research as possible, because I find that I don't know. Some authors I find maybe don't do enough research, and you're just like, it kind of shows, but you're like, yeah, just do some research. Like, it's not that hard. Ask people. Trust me. Some people have a fear of asking people, but it's like if people ask me to talk about like my experience being autistic, I would be more than happy to talk about it. So you just got to reach out to people, and Twitter is one of the better places because there's like whole groups of like communities of people. Like there's the hashtag actually autistic for autistic people. There's like the cerebral palsy hashtag for people like that. So you just got to do some research. Workable author, pain in the ass. Got it. I get that acronym now. Thank you.
I feel so old.
We're like, oh. I'm like, I would have just been like, yeah, yay! Everyone's saying a happy release day to Emily. I'm so glad you stopped by because that's really cool. Thank you for stopping by on your own release day. Like, and I think you're actually having a release day live stream party on November 12th here for me. I don't know, for us on the West Coast over here, on the opposite coast. Okay, let's see. I can't keep up with the comments, you guys.
Should we do another sprint?
Yes, I do want to.
Okay.
Let's see. adorable author. Can't wait to publish my own. Everyone will get me back for my reviews. Are you a harsh critic? Oh, that's funny.
All right.
Okay, so what do we want to do? We did a 10-minute. Do we want to go for longer this time?
I'm thinking like 20 minutes is a good one. What do you guys think?
I can do 20.
Yeah. I'm pretty flexible, but I'm most productive when I do 20, I feel like. I don't know why, it's like my sweet spot.
Is that your sweet spot? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that was mine. I don't know what it is, but
Well, I mean, it's only my sweet spot if my daughter doesn't like jump on me and rattle my computer and all that.
That's true. Where you're just like, all right, I'm trying my best here. Okay.
Oh, hi, Evie.
Hi.
You made it. It sounds like people are good with 20.
Okay, so let's get that started. Going back to 20. Here we go. If it will trying. There we go. Okay, dokie. Time's up. All right. How did that sprint go?
Let me check. I think I got, I can't do math. Like 600 words, maybe?
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
I have a calculator with me constantly because I'm like,
that's smart. I'm just like, that looks like more than before.
yeah, I'm like, that looks good. I stopped keeping track of this one halfway through because I rewrote the first half in the last sprint, and then this one I was kind of just tweaking the sentences. So I was like, I'm just going to call that one a wash because I can't tell how much I didn't have to rewrite as much that time. So
Gotcha.
I spent the last few minutes copying it into Scrivener, fixing the formatting because the formatting gets messed up, and then copying it from Scrivener into Google Docs because that just as a backup. And I find I can't go from Word to Google Docs because Word, the formatting. But if I go from Scrivener to Google Docs, it's fine. So I was like, okay, I'll just do all three then. It's a little bit overkill, but it's fine. But it felt good because I finished that section and I'm ready to start on a new one. So
that's awesome.
I'm in the writing mood. It always takes me a while just to get back into it. Okay, so
I got a visitor here.
Look at that Fluff. Who is that?
Fluff. It's Lily. Oh, so fluffy.
So cute.
She's a cuddle monster.
Oh, she's like, love me. I know you're busy, but love me. Look at that face. Oh, so cute. Okay. Let's see. Ramsey Wrights joined us. Said he was going to join for the last 13 minutes. Cool. Thank you for showing up. I keep thanking everybody for showing up because I don't know. I thought it was going to be like me and Dawn and like no one, but me, Dawn, the dog, just talking and writing.
Yeah, living our best lives.
Yeah. Grape Fry says Scrivener's not responding, so feel like that's a sign you shouldn't be writing. That happens sometimes. Also a sign to back up your work. That's why I do this 3-step process that after every time I finish a section, it's going into 3 different places. And yeah, I don't know. I've lost projects before, so like I'm kind of meticulous about it now. Like you only let it happen once, and then you're just like, no, never again.
It's traumatizing.
Let's see. Evie. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Yes, everybody back up your work if you don't. Like, make a habit of it. Old Mac on his last legs. Does we need to back everything up before it dies for good? Yeah. I've had a computer die and just be like, okay, guess everything on that is gone. And I'm just like, oh, well. Amanda Kiefer Dunn, hello.
Hi.
Just finished writing for the night and saw the live stream. Well, thank you for popping on.
Hopefully you're getting some extra words done.
I hope so. Oh, Destiny said they were going to call it a night. I think I responded. I wasn't sure. I'm never sure what's happening anymore. Oh, yes, I did say goodbye to her. Thank you. Yeah, Evie said so many familiar faces. It's definitely motivating. It is. It's nice to see people, and some people popped on from like the stream I was on before this participating. They came on to mine. So I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice to see people. Especially because this was really like last minute. I was like 3 hours ahead of time. I was like, hey, doing a live stream. Hope people can make it. I was like, yeah, it all depends on how I'm feeling. So
it works out though, because like I can't schedule things. So sometimes when somebody does something last minute, I'm like, yeah, I'll jump on, Yeah,
exactly. That's what I like about it. That's why Evie and I are calling these the pop-up write-ins because we don't exactly have a set schedule. So we're just like, yeah, whenever. Like Evie's doing one at this same time on Wednesday. So
I'll be on that one too.
Yeah. So and I was like, I might be on it too. So who knows? That's why you just got to show up to our pop-ups because you don't know who is going to be on. But I like the evening writing sessions. I feel like I'm a little bit more productive. So Evie, the one who's having her write-in on Wednesday. So follow Evie if you're not already. Re-outlining project using Save the Cat. And at the fun and games section, where's where your plot falls apart, apparently. Oh, I think people spend a lot of time in the fun and games because that is supposed to be one of the longest sections. And it's like, okay, that's, yeah, I don't know. I find that, people lose track of the plot and you're like, wait, I spent too much time actually having fun with the characters that you're like, okay, I need to actually like get back to the plot. I'm seeing that happen a little bit in mine. So I'm like, okay, I need to be able to cut some of this out and reroute it so that it's actually working for the plot. And I'm not just literally having fun with my characters. Like, I was like, wow, this is just fan service for myself, having fun with my own characters. I was like, okay, this can go.
Oh man.
Let's see. Yeah, everyone's computer is like on the way out. I was like, yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's finally get to the word counts. So away from harbor, 520. Awesome. Adorable author, 469. Very good. Samantha Glover, 319. I'm a slow writer. I join the club. That's I'm definitely a slow writer.
It is all good.
Yeah.
Writing.
Evie said puppy. They're all excited that your dog's there.
She's sleeping in my lap now and slowly crushing me. It's fine.
Aww, she loves you. It's fine.
She does. She's just full of love.
The Darkball author says one of her MCs is blonde named Lily.
It was meant to be.
Oh, love a good puppy. We all love a good puppy. Let's see. Amanda says, that's why I haven't had a live stream yet. I'm afraid no one will show up. Okay, let us know when it's happening. We will all try our best to show up, Amanda. Don't be afraid.
Show up.
Like,
I love live streams.
I have in the description below, there's a link to a Google Calendar that I have set up for like all the live streams that I could find going on around AuthorTube. I know Kate Kavanaugh just posted her actual schedule, so I have to add the new ones in. But that's pretty full for just about everybody. I could like get a handle on when their schedule is. So if you just want to plan one, I'll put it on the calendar and I'll make sure people know so that we can hop on. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Amanda. I'd love to see you post some writing sprints. Especially if you can work around your kids too, because I love watching her vlogs and her kids are just right there and she's still able to like carry on a conversation. I'm just like, how? I was like, I love this. I was like, her kids are so cute.
Because she's super mom. She's super
obviously.
Mom. Yeah.
Oh man. A Dorkable author says, I hear you. Have an external hard drive, thumb drive, and Google Docs. Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
That's how you gotta do it. It's Sylvia came on. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi.
I'm glad you were able to tell some people about our little pop-up write-in because that's how some people found out was from Sylvia. So thank you, Sylvia. Let's see. Away from Harbor said, oops, I think Fun and Games was my shortest chapter. That's okay. I think it's only because Save the Cat says Fun and Games and like the bad guys' enemies close in, like those tend to be the longest parts. And I can see why. But for me, I was like, the bad guys close in is like, because I don't really have an actual antagonist that you see in the book. You see all the results of the antagonist. So I was like, okay, this is going to go over real well with readers going, who is this? And I'm like, no one knows. The characters don't know. Everybody thinks it's this person or this person. And I'm like, really? It's not any of those people, you know? So I'm just like, okay, like, this is the fun of writing a series where I'm like, yeah, sorry, the people that think this is the bad guy is not the bad guy. So there is no bad guy closing in, really. And the Fun and Games lasts for like 100,000 words because my book is 260,000 words. So Fun and Games makes up a lot of that, I imagine. And I'm just like, okay, where'd my plot go? Because I dropped plot lines. I realized I was rewriting it. I'm like focusing on one character, fixing his plot line, all going good. And then by the time I got to the end and I was trying to wrap it up, I was like, I forgot about all the other plot lines again. So it's like I switched. So I fixed the one character's plot line, gave him a great thing to do, made a lot of sense. And then I was like, okay, I dropped like 5 plot lines and I got to pick them up somewhere. And I was just like, that's, oh good. So I got to write more. No, like, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. Everyone's saying to Amanda that they would love to watch too. Yeah. So just let us know. Yeah. Check out the calendar. And then if you see like an availability, like a spot that works for you, like even in the evenings, if you'd like to do it around this time, like just yeah, let me know. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has trouble with their plot, if they're like rewriting or revising and I just lose plots. Like, yeah, Amanda says that happens. Yeah. But thank you. I'm glad I'm not alone because that's what I'm struggling with in these revisions right now is the book's too long, I want to break it up into 2 because Dawn, you suggested that to me originally. And I think that's a good idea. I'm just struggling with it because I'm like, okay, my midpoint where it would be like an obvious place isn't like a climax event. So I was like, okay, how do I fix this in the plot? So I was like, I'm trying to think about it. And like my end for the book, that is my end for book 1. So I was like, do I move that, or does that just become the end of book 2? So I'm really struggling with it, and I find myself with 3 narrators, and they each have a plot and like a few different subplots. So I was like, okay, I'm juggling like at least 6 strands of things, and I'm just it's like a scarf. Like if you drop like one of the lines, you're done for it. Like you got to go back, and you're like, oh god, okay, this is why I'm not a knitter either, because it's fine. Like, let's see.
Hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious until it happens to you, Dawn. Don't worry.
Well, I have the opposite problem where I have a very bare bones plot, and it's all very, it sticks to the plot, but then I don't have all the nice B plots and character development and stuff. So that's where I struggle with revisions, is filling everything in.
That might be good, yeah, to fill in afterwards. It's because if you're struggling with all the plot, like me, it's hard to fix it once you've written 260,000 words.
Yeah.
So Gray Price says I never really have much of a plot to start with. Okay. So, okay, I am a discovery writer, so it's like I know certain things, but I find out a lot about the characters in the story as I'm writing. So a lot ends up changing as I'm writing, even what I had in mind, and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I guess I'm going here now. Like, oh, let's see, a dorkful author. I keep over-focusing on my subplot, shirking the main plot. That's kind of what happened to me. Is I made my character, he was back end heavy, so I wanted to stretch out his plot and actually make it more important to the story, because it is important. So I was like, this needs to be a focus. It's his point of view. And then like I dropped the other characters, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. It's hard to balance. It's just, yeah. Evie says, I have characters, yet no idea how to plot. Same.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Where you have a character you really love, and you're like, this would be awesome, but you're like, but what story do I have for them?
I'm so character driven, but that's kind of how I start the story. Like, I usually have some sort of premise in my head where I'm like, oh, it'd be cool if this happens, and then the characters, and I'm like, okay, so I start to get a feel for the characters and like who they are and some of their backstory. Like, it all starts to come together, and at the same time, the plot starts to come together. Like, but I discover that I usually have to start writing in order to discover like who the characters are, what's happening, what's their environment look like, who are the secondary characters. Like, I have to start writing to actually figure some of that stuff out, and then I'll take a step back and actually try to take a look at where it's going and at least get some plot points as a roadmap. Yeah.
Okay.
Lily's like, hello.
Yeah, hello. Sorry. She decided she wanted to play, so I hope that's not distracting.
That's okay. That's totally okay. I don't think any of us mind. A dork author can't plot for beans. Pants are here, full blown. Yeah, that's me, and that's why I'm in this trouble, because I did not plan for any of this to happen to my characters, and I was just like,
Now you have 250,000.
Yeah, I was like, now I'm in trouble. I was like, it was already long at 113,000. That was the first draft, and now I'm at 260,000, and I was like, I was only trying to fix this one person's storyline, and I was like, I don't know what happened. And I still have to add details and description. So, it's fine. It's fine. And that's why, like, I'm revising, and the word count's still going up right now. And I'm like, somebody help me.
Send help.
Amanda Richards. I get a premise and a few subplots and a plot twist or main event at the beginning and end, but I'm clueless through the rest about connecting the dots.
Yeah.
I think that's how a lot of writers work. Yeah.
Yeah. I find what helps is, just for me personally, is figuring out your main plot points, and then you go from each plot point to each other and like make a map. Like, okay, in order for this to happen to here, these two events to connect, what has to happen in between? So that kind of helps, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah.
And I think that's part of the fun of writing, is if you don't exactly know where it's going, but you see where it needs to be. So you're like, okay, I just need to get there. And maybe it gets there in a way you didn't expect, but it's like, it's you gotta have fun connecting the dots a little bit. Like even if you're like, I have no idea, it's like just start writing, because I don't know, like I find if I'm not writing the story, like I can't see the full story in my head. So plotting ahead of time just doesn't always work, because I'm sitting here going, I have some of these, but it's like I don't know, and I don't know how it's going to happen until I'm like about to write the scene, and I'm like, okay, here's where we're going. So yeah, that happens. Samantha Glover, my initial story started as 1 book. Now it's going to be 3 because the story doesn't feel right to cram it into 1. Hi, welcome to my life, except this was already a series, and this is only for book 1. So I'm like, I'd love to know how you're splitting it up, though. If you're splitting it up by, like a lot of people do the 3-act structure. So I'm interested to know if that's like, if it lines up that way for you, if you're able to split it up pretty easily. I wish I did that. I'm sitting here like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a 4 or 5-act structure person, and it's making my life worse when I'm trying to revise. Like, I'm like, where do I cut it down? Because so many things happen out of order. Like this book has not helped me because my book doesn't follow this at all. And I was like, okay, maybe that's why it's 260,000 words. Maybe my plot meanders, and it just goes like, oh, I should be going in a straight line here, and I'm like, no. And I'm just like, okay, like, oh, that's the stuff I need an editor for, to be like, okay, what's happening? What is all of this happening right here? What's important? What do you really need? And I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Oh man.
Amanda said that happened to me as well. I'm currently on book 2. Yeah, you have to split up your book, right? And you were having to do some like re-outlining and figuring out some stuff. I remember that from your vlogs, and I was just like, yes, that's me. I have a lot more words to work through than most people, but I'm still in the same boat. I'm still there with you. The story started as now book 3. Well, that's awesome. So that's the one you're doing for NaNoWriMo right now, is drafting book 3. That's very cool.
That's awesome.
Okay. Well, author said I got to hit hay. Trying to rebuild my writing habit, and these streams have been a lifesaver. Have a great night. Give Lily extra pets for me.
Oh, all right. I shall.
Thank you for joining us, and I'm glad the writing streams are helping. Again, check out the calendar below. If you guys don't know, there's tons of streams on there. So, all right. Sylvia's. Let's see. Okay, Samantha, what are you saying? I'm just going along with the story. I haven't been able to find a structure that fits mine. I am stopping book 1 after the arrival of the big villain. Okay, that sounds good.
That's a good way, yeah.
Yeah, like that's a nice kind of cliffhanger, and it leads you to more. But like, I know people are really focused on whether the book is like self-contained, and I've always said like, that's where I'm struggling, because my books are not self-contained at all.
I think that's preference. You know, some readers are okay with that and some aren't. You know, you can't please everybody.
Yeah, people are going to get to the end and be like, was that the wrap-up? Like, did that actually solve anything that happened in the book? And I'm going to be like, no. You have to keep reading the series. So I was like, yeah, the stuff that starts in book 1 doesn't get resolved until the end of the series. And I was like, I'm sorry that I wrote a series this way. Like, the people who want closure at the end of every book, I'm like, oh, you might get a closure for like a subplot, maybe, if you're lucky. But I was like, yeah, I'm having a hard time, and I'm regretting things. But yeah, the big villain, that's a good way. Like, I think that's good. Oh, I wish I had a traditional structure, but I don't. All right, Amanda said she's gonna head out too. Boston is laying beside me watching this, and he needs to go to bed. Tell him to go to bed. Go to bed, Boston. It's bedtime.
Boston. Lily says go to bed.
Oh, you gotta
Lily
listen
is the
to Lily.
boss.
Lily knows everything. She knows when it's bedtime. All right. So, do we want to do another sprint?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. What do we want to do? I'm okay with doing another longer one. But Boston loves this. That's funny. Your kid is hilarious. I'm sorry. Like, he's so energetic and just funny. All right. Good night, Amanda.
Night, Amanda.
All right. So 20 minutes. Do we want to do another 20 minutes? Some people like to like keep going up in the time count, but I think 20 minutes is okay. If that's
I'm
Fine.
happy with 20 minutes, whatever
Okay.
everybody wants. Oh.
Yeah. Night, Amanda. All right. 20. I think we're okay with 20. I'm trying to watch the chat because I know there's a delay, but I'm just like,
Not seeing.
I know I'm not seeing anybody, so I guess we'll just do 20 minutes.
Let's do it.
Counter back up.
I am game.
Dawn is game. Okay. Okay, and we're going. Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Right.
I'm like, we're a few seconds off. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's see.
All right.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was a good one, actually. I'm like 50 words away from hitting 13,000 total for all of Nano. So I feel good about that. That's good progress for today.
I think you're not even that far like behind, right? For the Nano totals. Like it's only supposed to be
it's like 18,300 today. It feels far behind.
Yeah, it's like it's really not. But I do realize that like once you fall behind, it's kind of hard to catch back up. Yeah. And I see a kitty behind you. Oh, kitty. She's snuggling into the couch. It's so cute.
Oh, I just always have my animals all surrounding me.
I love it. Because in this, right here we can't see, but in that position we see the cats. So yeah.
Do whatever you like.
All right, so Amanda Richards bowed out. She said she hit her word count though, so that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Want to avoid burnout. Same.
Yeah. Burnout sucks, that's for sure.
I was feeling that after the 10K. So the people who are doing like 10K today, I'm just like, good on ya. Like I'm just like, yeah, I would have to pace myself. There's I can't remember the group who does it on Tuesdays. It's not every Tuesday, but like some Tuesdays they're doing like 10K Tuesdays basically. And I was like, what? I think it's Sky, Haggies, SC Haggies, and Kara Brown, and like their whole group. I just a couple like 2 Tuesdays a month they're doing 10K live streams, and I'm just like, wait, you're doing 2 10K days in a month? And I'm just like,
I can't even do one in a month. I tried.
Yeah, it's hard. I feel like it's something you have to build up to, because if you just go at it like full steam, you are gonna burn out. I did that, and I was like, okay, I don't really feel like writing for the next few days. I still did, but I was like, I'm not writing that much. Like I'm no longer pushing myself. Like I can see the 50,000 word mark. I see it in the distance. I'm good. No more 10K days for me. But it was fun to try it again on a day when everyone was doing it, and I woke up at like 4 p.m. and I was like, I still got time, right?
You're
for
crazy.
7 hours, that's all I did. I sat with my Neo, and that's all I did was write on that. And I was like, oh my God. I thought I was going to die. And I actually started a third project because of it, because I was kind of burning out on both my current projects. So I was like, I finished the novella, which I was like, yay, now what? Like, so I actually started a third project set in the same world, whole new characters. I was like, what's happening? I have no idea.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That is so cool.
Samantha Glover, 227, would have gotten more done if my new kitten wasn't attacking my computer. Oh, that's what they're there for, though. Like, they are there to attack the computer. Attack your hands as they're typing, sleep on your computer. Like, they're there for all of that. Like, they're helping. They're helping in the best way they know how. So you just gotta love them.
Yeah.
Evie, I don't know how anyone does 10K in a day. I have to take a month off after that. It's seriously tiring, but I think like these people who do it consistently, where they kind of like they take a day to sit and say, we're writing. I guess I think about it like if a lot of full-time authors who schedule their writing time like this, and they do consistently write like at least 5,000 a day, like that's still a lot for me. Like that's a long day. So I'm like, ooh, okay. But they're able to do it. So it's like, if you work on it, like building up a muscle that you're like, okay, we're doing a long distance writing marathon. Let me build up this muscle so that maybe I can do it more than once a month. But when you already have like energy issues and you're just like, I'm running on empty, but okay, like, let's do this. It's fine. I was, yeah. I don't know how anyone does it, but I just noticed that group, they were doing it. I first noticed in October. So I thought maybe it was a Preptober thing that they were doing, but they're all like writers, like I think with books and stuff coming out. Like
Gotcha.
Sky is for sure. She already has books published. So I was like, they're one of those groups of writers that they're just on it. Like
They're
Alina
just
and
motivated.
yeah, Alina Popescu and Claire Cowder. That like together, the two of them, they're always like, I got to write 5,000 words today, and I'm just like, get out of here, like, because they're so on like a tight schedule, and they're constantly revolving around projects, and projects are in editing, and then they're drafting a new one, and one's being like put in the publishing process, and then they're thinking like so far ahead and scheduling their time and mostly sticking to their schedule. That's what I find amazing, because I could make myself a schedule like that, but I would not be following it by day 2. So like,
Yeah. No, I'm the same. Like I can make a schedule all day long, but that doesn't mean I'm going to actually accomplish any of it, you know?
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. That's why I'm like, Marissa Mohi, please teach me how you do all of the things, because
Give us your magic powers.
yeah, like she teaches classes. She does freelance on top of her own writing. She tries to do writing. She does so much stuff, but I'm just like, is there enough time in the day? How do you schedule your hours? Are you able to get a lot done during that scheduled period of time? Because if I said, okay, I'm going to sit down and write an article for an hour, like I probably wouldn't be done, but other people can kick out like 2 or 3 articles in an hour. It just depends, I guess. And I'm like, yeah, slow writer here, slow writer. Works against me in scheduling, because I'm just like, oh yeah, I can do this in a couple hours. No, I gotta like double the time frame that I think I can do things in. That's my problem. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I can kick out this rough draft, no problem. And I'm like, it takes me 3 months. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. No, it's a struggle. I think my biggest thing is like I feel like I have like a good finite, like I know what time I need to be productive, but I have a hard time scheduling that because, you know, I have a kid, my life is kind of chaotic, so it's not like I have any like set times where I know, okay, you're going to be able to do this, you know. So I just have to be adaptable. I have to be like, okay, today I get 3 hours of productivity, and then for the next 2 days I get 0 hours, you know. So it's just you roll with it, you know.
Yeah, I want to see more vlogs from you, Dawn. I want to see more of the chaos. Because that's when I like to see the daily lives of writers, because so often we just show writing. Like I mostly just show writing, because I was like, I don't do anything. Like, like I legit like went to the dog park again. Like, so here's some shots of dogs running around. You know, like that's the best you're gonna get out of vlogs from me. So I like to see the daily lives. Like I know people don't want to like always film like their family and stuff, but just being like, taking care of the kid right now, and here's what's happening later. Oh, I got 0 things done. I know that, because that's still like, it's real to see, and I think people have a different idea of how writers are, or like how writers need to be. And it's like, okay, we gotta get some reality in here. Like,
yeah,
writers have lives, they have other responsibilities. So yeah, and it's like you can't always sit down and have a 10K day, even if you can do it, because like you got other shit to do. Yeah. Evie, I love it. Slow writers unite. Slowly. Yeah, I'll be there eventually. Someday.
For me, it's the procrastinating writers unite tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one too, where you're like, yeah, tomorrow or never. Tomorrow comes.
I always have great plans for tomorrow. You know, I always do.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I get on my planner and I'm like, here's what my week's gonna look like, and I plan it all out. I'll set aside writing time, and I'm like, here's what I'm gonna write, and then my migraine's like, you thought, and I'm like, I tried to make a schedule for myself, but I was just like,
you were thwarted by your migraine, you know.
I was. This whole month is me being thwarted by my migraine, and I was just like, yeah, I can't even call it a migraine at this point, because it doesn't go away. So people are like, oh, just rest for a few hours. And I'm like, it doesn't leave. It's not a traditional migraine. There's just no other word for it. So I'm like, I just have to sit here and suffer through it a little bit more than usual. Like, but yeah, that's why I'm okay. All right. Do we want to do another shorter sprint, or does everybody kind of want to be done?
Yeah, for me, I think I'm done just because I have to get up and rescue my car in the morning from the mechanic. So I do need to get some sleep, but that's just me. I don't know if you want to stay.
I think I'm good because it's almost going to be 9 o'clock anyway. So it would just be a short sprint, and most of us are like, for short sprints. So unless there's someone out there who would like to go for another 15 minutes, and I can stay. But otherwise, I think we can just call it a night. I had fun. We got some writing sprints in. One of these days I'll talk less so that we get more writing sprints in. Next time, that's my goal. So whoever's co-hosting with me is going to be like, okay, buzzer, you're done talking. Let's move on.
No, you didn't talk too much. You silly.
Well, I feel like it because this happens because I don't have anyone to talk to at home. Like I talk to myself. So then I'm like, other people to talk to. People, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm such an introvert. And yet I'm like, sometimes I need to talk to people, I guess. Like, okay. All right.
I get it.
Evie says, thanks for hosting. You're welcome, Evie. I will for sure see you on Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to learn all the time zones eventually so I can just start listing off time zones. But not right now. Okay. Good night, Samantha.
All right. Good.
Thank you for joining us. All right. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you for hosting with me, Dawn. And thank you, everybody who joined us and was able to write with us. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know when the next one's going to be for me, but you will probably see us again Wednesday night on Evie Redding's channel. So look out for that. With all three of us, that'll be fun.
That'll be good.
That'll be good. Okay. All right. Let's call it.
Bye, guys.